Thames, welcome back to the episode of Thames FC. It's me, Dr. Ben GFM. I will say, not that anybody really cares, but I'm recording this the day before this is out because I'm getting new internet today, so I didn't want it to be down when I tried to upload this video, so I'm pre-preparing, so well done me. It also means if you're watching the streams before and they've been away, they'll be back soon because everything should be fine. Should be fine. I've been burnt. I feel like I can't be confident saying that. But since we last met, not too many games have occurred. It was the FA Cup first round win over Northwich, and as you can see, we followed that up quite spectacularly with a 7-0 win. Dartford in the FA Trophy. It was quite simple, and Owusu got himself a hat-trick. Good for him. 0-0 draw against Eastleigh, bit disappointing, but wins against Carlisle and Oldham have seen us back to winning ways. And now then, Cheltenham in the FA Cup second round should be a toughie, and then we'll play Hartlepool after that. So then, let's get things underway with this game against Cheltenham. Things have been going pretty well. Obviously, this is a cup game. We'll focus on the league in just a moment. Halifax are running away with it, so it's annoying. We keep drawing and they keep winning, and it's... Now then, as you can see from the lineup, a few new faces and quite a few injuries. Zen Mohammed was brought in because Holden's got injured, then got a concussion, so he can't even play. The back line, though, will be familiar to you. Fitzpatrick, Martin Collette, McCormack and Pring. Harris, of course, will sit just in front as he's progressing very nicely. Doherty's going to come in to this central midfield role instead of Foster, who's had to move slightly further forward. Hall and Clark Slocum on either wing, and Owusu will be up top. And the reason for this central midfield change is that Doherty is a good player, let's face it. I mean, he brought in on loan from Crystal Palace, very good footballer. Left-footed, playing on the right, not sure if I like that really. I'm a bit of a traditionalist in that sense. And Foster plays slightly further forward. Not a natural and advanced playmaker, but with good passing, good first touch, great speed as well. Should be fine in there. And the reason for this is Bright, really. And I can't really I can explain the problem with Bright with this graphic, bear with. So if you go to the season summary of injuries, you can see that so far Bright has missed the most games for the team. 7 injuries he's had, which is an awful lot. Foster's had 5 himself, Clark Slocum's picked up a few, as has Owusu, but yeah, 29% of the season missed so far, and 7 weeks in total, but 7 injuries. It's not good, and that says everything, doesn't it, really? 7 weeks missed with 7 injuries. He keeps picking up these little niggles all the time. I'm not really sure what to do with him. Hopefully he sort of just gets over it eventually. It's a struggle for me. 29 years of age, he won't be at the club forever, but when he plays, we seem to do a lot better. So I want him back fit and firing. 7.45 for me this year, looking really good. So a bit of a shame, but let's get into this first game, and that rhymed inexplicably. Obviously, injuries elsewhere then. Gilliam is out at the moment, as is Mohammed, who have brought in. Just another centre-back option, really. Quite well-rounded. Made sense, 3-star. And Holness been injured. Broken leg, 3 to 5 months. Can't even terminate his loan, viewers. Might be able to do it in the January period, but that's pretty much the season over for me, which is gutting, because I did think if Crystal Palace ever didn't want him, I would want him. So sad, very sad. But he's still here because I can't. You'll see it. Can't. Right, then let's get into this game then against Cheltenham and see how we get on. I'm quite excited because I think FA Cup second rounds, all sorts of things can happen. If we can get into the draw as a non-league side, that'd be fantastic. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 system, and I can't help but notice that former Liverpool and where did we say? I forgot. Hull, that's right. And since then, Villa, Cardiff, now Cheltenham. Kevin Stewart, he's still okay. Technically, still very good. So, I mean, now I'm less confident. We mentioned this before. Cheltenham 14th in the Sky Bet League One. I mean, beatable. Let's put it that way. What's their recent form like very quickly? They are not in particularly good form. Right, this could be an upset. And hopefully not an upset by way of, I am upset. All right, come on, lads. Show me what you can do to keep things going. In fairness, right, I just clicked on Kevin Stewart there. I don't think Keown Harris is a million miles away. Genuinely. Fulham have got quite the player on their hands there. But hopefully we'll see him again in the future. I mean, what would be ideal is we get promoted and I get him back. That would be good. Cool and good combined. I do that a lot. I don't know why. I just want to say so many words and the last bit, I'll mess it up. All right, then away from home, it'll be interesting to see what their attendance is for this game. As Clark Slocum has picked up a bit of an injury. I think it'd be a head injury because of his fitness. Foot injury. Right then. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Fuller can come on if needs be, potentially actually in a deeper area, and it'll make us more defensively solid. But it'll all be about who gets the first goal, who gets the first chance. And Chambers, a free kick for Cheltenham. Sails over the bar. Good stuff. We'll take a replay as well, by the way. Get it back to our gaff. That'd be fine. All right, throw in for them on that far side. And so far it's been pretty highlightless. So will this be the moment? I'm going out to more on that side. McCormack just about heads clear. Broadhurst, though. Fitzpatrick's beaten pretty easily, if we're honest. Doesn't really make an attempt to get it. And Cheltenham take a 1-0 lead. League One side. This was the fear. The Thames Ultras over there, though, they're doing a lot of singing and trying to get us going. I mean, they're getting responses from that lot as well. Decent first touch from Broadhurst, and the finish not bad either. I guess we'll go out of attacking, switch it up to standard, and just see how we go until half time. And actually, half time's here already. Not the best of halves from us, it has to be said, and it's a lack of quality. I do think not having Bright in there, not having Wholeness in there, Clark Slocum is struggling, and with that, I'm actually going to change things up relatively dramatically. Harris is going to move further forward, but then we're going to bring on Hallahan in the centre to play as this defensive rock. Obviously, we've played with him a lot this year, and then Lukey Brucey's going to come on for Doherty. Clark Slocum's going to come off as well. It's a triple change, I realise what I'm doing here. Brucey to sit in there, just behind Owusu. We're going to go a bit more basic. Let's try and exploit the wide areas a little more too. I think that's going to be our outlet just in this game. 3 changes at half time though, that could backfire quite dramatically. Basically 1-0 down, not created all that much. I figure we might as well completely change it and see what happens. Alright, a bit of possession. Hallahan plays it forward to Owusu, who's got the pace to cause problems, and he goes through and forward. Fisher with a save though, and I mean that's the first real chance we've had, but at least we've had a chance. Free kick, Hall plays it in, Colette's there. Oh, could have directed it on goal. Alright, suddenly get back into this a little bit. Owusu up front is not having his best game, 6.2 for him so far, and Brucey just loses out there, can't afford to be doing that really, as our midfield has to try and get back. Broadhurst scored the first, can he deliver the second? He can. Chambers puts it in. This is quite a similar situation to what we had last season in the FA Cup. This second round is proving to be a mischief. Doesn't look then as if anything's going to come from it. Having Owusu on a 6.2 and not being able to take him off now is annoying, but injury-wise, we won't be able to change it much anyway. Like, there's no strikers on the bench there. It's just 2 central midfielders, a defender, and Chris Dale on left wing. So there's not a lot I can do. Corner to us, though. I mean, if it's going to be a comeback, it's going to have to start now as it falls to Foster. Still got creative players out there, but Foster loses it, and now Chambers to race forward, and this could be 3 to Cheltenham if we're not careful. Played inside quite neatly. Forward it goes. Long bottom. Chambers across the goal. Broadhurst makes it 3. And now I'm thinking, because of how good we are defensively, this is all sort of caps in hindsight, but I guess to be in this sort of situation, I have to learn from it. That against teams like this, against better sides, because of how good our defensive record is, should I be setting up defensively to begin with? We started off attacking, because going forward, I don't know, for whatever reason we've been doing it in the league and it's been working, against the better side, I don't think I can get away with it. And maybe that's something to take into sort of the bigger games we play in the league as well now, is to play a slightly more settled defensive formation at the beginning of games. Stay in the game, because this one, it's kind of gone, and there's no chance of us sort of doing a late rally or anything. We can't then go attacking because we've tried it and it didn't really work. It just exposed us to their better players. But that's going to be that. They're a 3-0 defeat. I think it was a similar result, if I'm not mistaken, to Northampton last year. Bit of a shame. Decent result for Cheltenham, though. They need that, and into the third round they go, and we will have to settle for next year, maybe. Can't fault your effort, boys, and they hate me. It's a sad way to end that sentence. Right, Hartlepool coming up. They're in 6th position, so actually quite a big game in the league here, fighting for the playoffs, and we have to try and do our best to stay close to Halifax. Don't think it's going to happen, if I'm being horribly honest. I just realised we're in December now, so I should really shave this off. I was doing November, so yeah. Okay, folks, second game of the episode. And after defeat, it's tempting me to make changes. And I think I'm going to put Foster back in, the more sort of natural central midfield role for him. The question is, though, what do you do with this advanced playmaker role? Do you bring Lukey Brucey in and just stick him behind Owusu? They haven't played fantastically together this season. If you look at Lukey Brucey's stats, he's no assists for him this year, which is a bit concerning. A couple of goals, but in 17 games, he's not particularly creative. We've seen in that sort of shadow striker role we played the 3 across the middle, that he was sort of that with the attacker in there. He was far better in that shadow striker role, but it's not really worked out as well. So I think we have to, because we're short on options. Gillam can't play there. And of course, Bright is still injured. He's not out for a massive amount of time. 7 days and he'll be back. But yeah, it's not ideal, but we don't really have a choice. Defensively, I'm a little bit worried that our record isn't as good with McCormick. This is all sort of a reaction to losing 3-0. Don't lose that often. So it's like, I know I've not been in this position with this team so much, so I guess we'll see. Right, then they're playing a 4-3-3 system with 2 real-life humans in the centre. And is that Lloyd Jones, ex-Liverpool at the back? Yeah, just an ex-Liverpool episode, this. Okay, then the games get underway. Hartlepool are saying 7th position. We're sitting 8 points ahead of them at the start of this one. So I guess we'll see how we go. And that Halifax lead can be cut with a win. I mean, doesn't mean it will be. It just means it can be. We played them earlier in the series, didn't we? Canby Island. It's a corner. Franken puts it in, and I was almost punished for that joke there. I say it all the time, but our fitness levels compared to other teams, hats off. Our coaches are excellent. Fitzpatrick, though, quite far out of his goal, launches one forward, and Facey now returns the favour and plays it back towards us. McCormack picks it up. He's a good defender, though, McCormack. I shouldn't be too concerned with his inclusion. It's just Holness is one better and having a really good year, so it's just a shame, if anything, as Brucey's on it. Will he get his first assist of the season? That's the big question. Owusu is challenged, actually, and now Franklin plays it forward, and we're going to have to be aware of what goes on. Colette's header forward is very good, though. Now Foster plays it across towards Brucey, but there's a bit of a lack of connection up there. Without Bright, it's not quite working as well as normal, as it goes back to Fitzpatrick, and he gathers it, but we're a bit disconnected, and so far, not even had a shot. We're 20 minutes in, 27 minutes in. And actually, the highlight before is continuing again. McCormack just about gets the header clear, but so far, we're attacking, and it's not going very well. Saunders makes his way through. It's in the back of the net. I'm going to do what I did in the last game and go to standard, and just see if we can get into this. Actually, counter-attack. Let's give that a go. So far, this episode, this is a bit of a declining time for Thames. Something I've not really tasted it this year, so a bit concerning. No dive for it's funny, I've not seen Fitzpatrick not save things, because normally we don't concede, so I've not had to witness it. But we've been good this year, so let's see if we can get back in it, as we do come forward, actually, and it's Hole who plays it back to Pring, and Harris is there as an option, as is Foster. Little run from someone inside. Brucey, first assist of the season. We talked about it. He finally gets it. Owusu finishes it off, and after 35 minutes, it's Hartlepool 1, Thames 1. You can see here, Lukey Brucey finally being involved, making things happen. Nice work from our midfield as well. Stevie Foster into Lukey Brucey's first time delivery is very good. Looked a little bit offside of Owusu there, maybe, but regardless, it's 1-1. First shot of the game as well. The Hartlepool manager in his series will be going mental. All right, there's going to be a final highlight, it seems, before we get to half time, and it's not his best work, Fitzpatrick. That goes without saying. Does he mean this daily on that side? Ball's put in. I mean, the spin on it is fantastic. I don't mean the ball, sorry. I mean the goalkeeper. Wow, that is... Okay. It was better than Ronaldinho's. That's how good it was. Well, not our best work. Passionately say, I don't think any of you has played as well as you're capable of in the first half. Make up for that in the second half. Fitzpatrick doesn't seem bothered. Assertively say, I'm not happy with his performance so far today, and he seems demotivated. That's probably not good then, is it? Oh, you can see him there, looking uninterested on a 6.0 rating. That's not going to help it. Never mind Football Manager killing it every single game. What changes do I make here, if any? I mean, Dave's going to come on. Hall, again, not having a particularly good game. Sometimes he's fantastic. Like in the game in which I think we scored 7. I think he had 3 assists. But no, not this one. Right, there's still time for us to get back in this, but it has to be relatively soon. Otherwise, we give Hartlepool the chance to score again as they bring it forward here, actually. Fitzpatrick, I mean, that's clappable, isn't it? Well done. Didn't just let it go in this time. Positive. Actually, from that highlight, he's played it out to Foster. Is Clark Slocum holding it up? Just about. Now, Foster, he's got the acceleration. As he gets forward, ball across. Referee, penalty? It is a penalty kick. Right then. Not the end of the world completely. As I said, it's going to be Brucey to step up. Okay, yeah. Brucey to step up to make it 2-2. Just about. Campbell doesn't move, and Thames level things away from home at Hartlepool. We've travelled a long way, so yeah, good to get back in this game. We need to win it or get a point, really. Keep it going. Carlisle, you can see, fighting back Boston, not too far away. And let's remember as well, finishing in the top like 2 and 3 positions is way better than finishing below that, because you go forward to the semi-finals of the playoffs immediately with the home advantage. So you want to be in there. But 85 minutes gone, ball put across. Colette gets it back, and that is an aimless ball forward, which Hartlepool might punish us for, as I was a bit concerned Martin was going to give away a penalty kick. Ball played in there, and it's to the back post. For God's this game. I mean, it's an own goal, isn't it? Colette's put it in his own net, not intentionally. It sort of deflects off him. But the goals I've conceded in this one, for heaven's sake. I mean, the ball's put in, it just sort of cannons around, and just no... I don't know. I don't. Is there any justice in this world? I could be your man, you could be my girl. Lamar, some time ago. Pring into Brucey. Is there one final chance for us? There's Brucey's ball there. Not good enough. He's on it again, though. A chance to redeem himself. There's still time. 88 minutes, 37 seconds on the clock as Foster gives it to Owusu for a chance to equalise. Owusu! Oh! He'll kick himself for that. He should have kicked the ball in the goal. That would have helped. Back-to-back defeats. Really? First time this season this is happening as well. I think the injuries are starting to hit us. I'm just going to say, like, I think that's it. Clearly, we've got a settled 11. And this goes into something actually, so I'm happy to criticise myself when I'm at fault. I'm very I'm very regimented in the 11s that I pick. So there isn't a constant change around of personnel, and that might be harming me. The fact our squad outside of the 11 isn't maybe good enough, apart from maybe one or two, that's actually a problem, especially in attacking areas. They're not sharp. Lukey Brucey, he plays, but a lot of them, you can see 7 starts, 12 substitute appearances. He might not be sharp. He's had an 8.4. All that's bollock. But that then is going to bring us to the end, and I think we're going to end the episode in 3rd position. We are indeed. Carlisle then leapfrog us, 53 points for us after 27 games, and lots to play for. I think we'll have a little bit more progression. Now we're out of the FA Cup, we don't have to focus on that competition quite so much. So I think Halifax, actually, that makes the most sense, right? Halifax, Dulwich Hamlet, that should be the games we see next. So quite a few to play in between, and we'll see then just how good are Halifax. Setting myself up to lose that one, so that's going to be fun, but we'll have to wait and see, and hopefully you'll join me for it. If you enjoyed today's video, of course, do leave a like, and if you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel. We love with care from Next Mission. So next time, if the internet's good, goodbye. Who knows? It's a mystery. I have no idea.